You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about the one real quarterback competition that still remains by far the most controversial, of course, the Cleveland Browns. It's Deshaun Watson against Shedeur Sanders. We all know Shedeur's fan base wants Shedeur to play. I kind of don't blame them. Actually, I don't blame them when you consider that really and truly Shedeur's stats, at least so far in training camp, at least you could at least say mirror Deshaun Watson's. At least they're even with Deshaun. And if it was me, I would play the young guy. Let's see what we got. Let's see if he can turn into something. But the problem is he is fighting that $230 million contract of Deshaun Watson. It's my theory that Jimmy Haslam still wants to save face in all this. The quarterbacks spoke today. We got a little bit on that. We got Todd Monken speaking, and we've got a decision on Saturday's Bears game. All right. Of at least, well, the plan and a little bit on the quarterback. Day 12 is in the books. Deshaun took all the first team reps. Sanders 17 of 25, no touchdowns, no picks. Watson 20 of 29, one touchdown, one pick. Gabriel 5 of 11. The reason you're not seeing Taylor Green getting any action, or at least the theory, is that they are hoping that they can sneak him through to the practice squad. Good luck with that. The dude runs like a gazelle and has a bazooka. Good luck with sneaking him through and thinking somebody might not grab him. ESPN Cleveland. I guess based on the tracker, Watson has been better. Meh. I don't know that I agree with Aaron Goldhammer on that. Todd Monken, Mary Kay Cabot. Todd Monken says he'll try to give his starting quarterback a full half in Chicago. The other one will play the third quarter. So this tells you, most likely, from what everybody understands, Deshaun Watson's probably going to be that starter for the Bears game. But we don't know that yet. Andrew Siciliano, Todd Monken, says he's already decided on his quarterback starter for the Browns preseason opener Saturday in Chicago. He'll inform the players after today's practice. Interesting. It's going to be interesting. Todd Monken not willing to say Deshaun Watson can't be the quarterback he was with the Texans, where he was a 3-time Pro Bowler.
I would never put limitations on a player. I'd hate that he would do that. Why can't he be? Why can't he play like that? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to say he can't till I see it, right? Till we see it, right? I've seen a lot of really good things over the course of the 4 or 5 months I've been here. I'm not going to put that on him. If he thinks he can't play like that, that's on him. I think he's done a lot of really good things athletically, making plays that we're going to get a chance to see, right? Because we're not live. We'll see. We'll see if that comes to play when we get out there and go.
All right. Shedeur Sanders says he was not bothered by the QB rotation last Saturday.
I don't think with the coaches that we have, you ever wonder. I think whatever is said is direct. Obviously, it's like we was informed, and everything the right way. So it was never a miscommunication between us, So I don't know. I just don't really appreciate sometimes if things happen and things happen and y'all just jump on the coach like he just tripping or something. You know, I don't really like that because it creates just extra. And I hope we all here to want to win, you know, and be a team and be a franchise. So it's kind of like we got to slow down. You know, that's what we want. But if we just in here to just make money and get clicks, then, you know, we understand that too. So that's why I just appreciate the team. I appreciate everybody that we don't let anything online or anything really get to us, you know, because we're in our own cocoon. We're a team. So anything outside of that don't really affect us in the building.
Got to quit worrying about what the media is saying. Seriously. Just don't worry about it. Who cares? Let the media run their mouth. Here's the other thing. The media does not work. I mean, look, they're not working for you guys. The media is not supposed to be the advocate for the player, one way or the other. They're there to be objective. They're there to, frankly, be critical. And I'm not coming down on Shedeur, but that's just the way it is. You know? I don't, especially local media, beat writers, I don't think they're nearly critical enough. And why is that? Well, they're scared of the team. If they write something that will piss the team, that's why I keep telling you they carry so much of the team's water. That's why they're willing to put stories out there like the Deshaun Watson story where everybody got so pissed, and I was like, that came from the team. I'm telling you right now. The beat writers didn't make it up because had they made it up, they would be on the team shit list. And these beat writers want to keep their access or they have no job. What the hell's a beat writer if they don't have access to the team? Shedeur talking about blisters on his throwing hand.
This past offseason, getting back into it, just from throwing a lot. Honestly, that's where it came from, and they all healed up now. Yeah, but that was the thing, like I would say at the start of training camp and everything that, you know, we just had to work through and be able to figure out.
So you don't use.
So he had blisters on his hand. That'll affect your throwing. Now, the question is, are you not throwing the ball in the off season? Like a lot? To be able to keep from getting blisters, have calluses already on your hands? That's a little strange. Deshaun Watson asked if he's practicing better than ever.
Yeah, of course. You know, I have a clear vision, I have a clear mind. So, I mean, I think the world know what I went through. It's no secret, you know, off the field and then on the field also with injuries. So, I think for anybody that had, you know, what I went through, I think, you know, would be in a different spot maybe, you know. So I think I'm mentally tough and, you know, dealt with it as best as I possibly could to be able to be standing here talking with you guys, you know. So I think if I would have handled it differently, I definitely wouldn't be, you know, sitting right here, you know, in front of you guys in my 5th year.
Write it on yourself. You had some kind of a strange fetish with massage therapists, for crying out loud. And you got crushed for it. And should have got crushed for it. I mean, when you got 30 lawsuits, something's amiss. When the New York Times writes an article digging into your history, and they actually could put the names to 75 massage therapists, that's an addiction. And by the way, the total amount of women they put a name that they actually figured out that there was 100. They couldn't put a name to 25 of them. They couldn't find the name, but they know there was an additional like over 25 women besides the 75 that they actually got the names of. 100 women? I mean, that's hey, P. Diddy. Excuse me, but is your massage therapy situation getting in the way of you playing quarterback? Get the baby oil out. No, no, we're good, homie. Nah. Jesus. So it sounds like we're getting close. It sounds like this is getting real close. If he starts Deshaun, so here's what I predict. There's a couple of scenarios here. I predict, okay, Deshaun's going to be the starter for the Bears game. Shedeur's playing the third quarter, okay? If Shedeur looks really good in the third quarter, that's obviously going to be against the twos and maybe even the Bears threes or a combo platter. And he looks real good, I predict Shedeur will get a half in the next game. However, if Shedeur does not look good in the Bears game in the third against the twos and the threes, then I predict Deshaun Watson will be named the starter for the season after the Bears game. It's all up to Shedeur. If he's lights out, I think he'll get a shot. I think he'll get a start. And then a decision will be made after that. Now, if Deshaun shits the bed and Shedeur looks at least okay or adequate, if Deshaun shits the bed, then Shedeur may still get a start in the next preseason game. Now, if Deshaun goes out there in a half and throws 3 touchdowns, well, that's going to be another problem for anybody rooting for Shedeur. And I do believe, whether it's Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, I think there is a trade coming. And somebody said yesterday, I heard it, well, they wouldn't trade Shedeur after he's gotten so many first-team reps. Really? Because that's exactly what they did with Kenny Pickett. They wasted a bunch of first-team reps on Kenny Pickett last year and then traded him heading into the start of the season. Does that make a ton of sense? Not really. Not really. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.